Hey YouTube, it's Sean. Hey, been really hot here. We're working on, yesterday was 100, 101, right in there. Today, it's working on about 95 to 97. And anyways, I'm working on my car here. Particularly, I'll show you here. Right at the bottom here, somebody put some metal plates there, like thin aluminum, whatever, and I didn't like it, and there was a bunch of holes drilled in that, and I didn't like it at all. So had options, you know. I could have used body filler, but it's a plastic bumper. I decided to go with JB Marine Weld. It's good for water situations, wet climate, wet situations, which, you know, we're going to paint it anyways. But I didn't want to bore you with all the sanding and, you know, just taking sandpaper and sanding it and taking a razor blade, doing a little bit of cutting on that JB. But here's what the other side looks like right now. I haven't done much on it. I've sanded it a little right here, you know, bladed off the high spots, and I had a pretty good wow right there. Sorry about the sun, it's right behind me. Had a pretty good wow right here, so I filled it in. And it's looking pretty good now. I got it sanded down. So that's what we're doing today. And got me sat back down. But I was just gonna take the razor blade and you know, run across the opening here and trim off the high pieces where the filler got a little built up there. And then I can you know, go through and resand the top here. It's luckily though, they're all like pretty flat, you know. There's a little bit of rounding, but mainly I just need to get the high spots off. And after we're done cleaning this all up, painting it, I got a little treat for you where I'll show you what I have planned. I installed these lights up here, these driving lights in the holes. There was a package you could get. It was an option on an 89 Accord or Prelude. You could get lights to go in here. This particular car didn't have any, and the ones that don't have the package installed, usually there's a cover that goes over this, you know. Well, this didn't have the cover either when I got the car, and I'm the second owner that I know of this car. There's 161,000 miles on this car now. Sorry about the background noise, guys. We're right by the road, and my neighbor's working on his house still. And he's been working on that house for months. And he's pretty much tore it down and rebuilt it at this point. too much he hasn't touched on it. Well, I guess he just likes doing that. I don't know. But I'm going to save you some of this boring sanding, and we'll be back. Okay? Alright folks, we got it all masked up, pretty much. Got a little bit more to do, but got it sanded. I used multi-stage, normal sanding. Start out with some heavier and work your way down to fine stuff. That's what I've done. We're not painting the whole bumper, but less cleanup is better, right? So I just thought I'd throw some masking tape over these lights. We're not painting the whole mess, just painting some of the mess. Figured keep it off the lenses. That's always good, right? But we're mainly focused on what we got, at the bottom here. So we got both sides all squiggled up. I'll show you the other side. Pretty much the same deal. Got it all sanded up. I went over it with some mineral spirits, cleaned it all out. Cleaned it all up the best we could. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to look better than having multiple gunshot wounds across the bottom here, like holes. I didn't like it, so I fixed it. Alright, let me get the primer out and shoot it on in there, and we'll bring you back, guys. Alright, hang on. Alright folks, I just got the primer on. I used white primer because that's the color of the paint that I'm going to put on there. I got actual automotive paint. It's in a rattle can, but it's actually automotive paint. I did get the bonding primer. I don't know if it's any good. I've never used it. It's Rust-Oleum product, but it says it's professional grade. Well, that's easy to say, right? Universal primer firmly bonds top coat to difficult surfaces. Alright, well, it's $10. Hopefully it works. But yeah, we just got the white primer on there. Bring it in there and let you see. That's a lot better than, the gunshot holes in the bottom there. This whole bottom rail, that was all full of about 1/4 inch size holes. It looks like they used a quarter inch drill bit in there and just narrowed it. And that side looks the same. So they are repaired. And I just went across the bottom, with that. So yeah, let that dry for a while, and we'll shoot it with the paint. Alright guys. Should say alright folks, because I got some girls I think that watch this mess of a channel I got here. I've gotten some comments from some girls trying to figure things out, and that's another topic. I really appreciate the fact that when a girl steps out and tries to fix her own stuff, that is commendable. Alright, we'll let this dry out. Shouldn't take very long. It's like 95 to 7 last I looked. So we'll let this dry out, and I'll go get the first part off my hands, and then we'll go get more on my hands. I'm gonna shoot it with paint tonight too. Alright, hang on. Alright folks, I know it's hard to tell it. Just put the some paint on there, We got 2 coats so far, and I run it across the bottom. That's all we're doing here is the bottom. And I'll bring you in a little closer and see if you get an idea here better. So there's no more right there, that bottom edge of that, on that hole where the light goes, there was bullet holes in there, a 1/4 inch, and there's no more holes in there. We got the paint in it, the primer, and then paint. So not only did that there JB Weld give it the aesthetic look, you know, plugging the holes, but it gives it structural too, because it's only, you know, real narrow. It's only a real narrow strip on the bottom there. So now it's back to where it should be as strong or stronger than factory was, and it looks way good. So hang on a minute and I'll show you my stupid idea. Alright folks, here's my stupid idea, okay? I got these LED, hard to show you there, LED light strips. And I wanted to put these, I was going to put them across the bottom. I was going to get rid of the end here and put these across the bottom here. I know I'm covering up all my pretty work, right? Covering up all that, what I just fixed right there. But I was going to put these across the bottom. Probably run them inwards. I don't know, not sure, undecided. Probably run them like that. But I was going to put them across the bottom there, and then I'd have daytime running lights. You know, these are stupid bright. Saw them in Walmart, and you know, they had that test button you can push. Dude, these are bright. So I think I'll do that. I'm gonna let this dry out and see if we can put these on there. I think they'll work fine. Yeah. What I'm gonna do when I put them in there, they come with these little fine wires, but I was going to run just some little 18 gauge lamp cord, and then I could I'm going to run these to ground to the body. I'm not going to run them to the battery, you know. I'm going to ground them to the body, to a good solid ground, and then I'm just going to run the hot. And I found a live all the time hot wire with the keys on, and that's where that's going to go. So I'm gonna let this dry out. Shouldn't be too long for it to dry, and then we'll tackle that, guys. See if we can get them put on. All right, we'll bring you back. Hang on. All right, folks, we got them on there. Don't look too bad. I know I covered up all my prettiness, all my work, but those holes had to go, and I just got those LEDs on there, and I just ran them along and wrapped them just slightly around the edge there. And the wiring you see is from these lights. But anyway, the only wire is that little black tail right there that run to the LEDs, and I think I'm going to take a brush and some adhesion promoter, and brush them with adhesion promoter and disguise them into the bumper, like a little black, a little white. But they look pretty good, you know, not bad. All right, let me show you how they look with them on. Hang on. All right, guys, there you go. That's what they look like. And those will be on whenever the motor's on. Whenever the key is on, we turn the key on, those come on. It's daytime running. They're gonna shine the front end of the car up. I've had people pull out in front of me and I don't know why. Probably because they're just idiots, but daytime running lights are becoming a thing. So we have some. I just decided that I wanted some because they look cool. How you like that? There's a good excuse. I put them on because they look cool. All right, pardon the noise here. Let's see, there's where I wrapped them around. And you just see that little bit right there. I'm gonna go in there with a brush. Just a little brush. And I'll disguise that up. But that's what we did today. And a little bit yesterday. I had to wait for the JB Marine to dry. But there's no more holes in that bumper. We got a few more blemishes out of it while we were at it on this side. There was a wow there, I think. Yeah, there was a wow. There was a wow down on the bottom on this side too. We got rid of that. And that one there. Well, I'll point it out because it's no longer there. It was right in there. That's the one you saw earlier. It's gone. So, I mean, it ain't perfect, but it's better, okay? Alright, love y'all, guys. Thanks for joining me on the adventure. Take care of yourselves. Love y'all. Bye-bye.